You can see the warp wind down of a specific number of days. And then once he'll do that, he'll charge up the warp. And then he'll jump. And then he'll move through the route, which is a more or less direct route based on how close you can get to this world. Guher. It's a yellow dwarf. Jeez, right? Aha, so we built a mining outpost. What do we have here? Gildern's Garnet. It's an arid world. That's a nice name. And we have a desert world here, so we can't do these because we like water, and there's no water there, so F that. Okay, you are not moving. You are staying here. Aha! So we got some really good choices here. I don't have enough to build 2 right away, so we'll just pick the closer one to get our mineral output going here. Oh, obviously, energy producing stations do not have an output. Do not have a maintenance cost in energy. That would be silly. So you can see the wind down is quite big. So the speed is being sacrificed for versatility. You can have leaders that make you move faster and such like that. So we're going to this gas giant here. Looking at this frozen world. The best we can get here is some resources, and most likely we'll get nothing. Oh! This must be ice that is entirely made of oil. Energy can mean lots of things. Nuclear, fuel, hydrocarbons, or even just hydrogen itself. This is why you will find energy on gas giants, because they have, I don't know, Vespine gas or something on them. Alright, so our scientist gained a level for this, and oh wow, we have a lot of energy going here. That's nice. Okay, what do we see here? Arctic world? Quite a lot of potential resource stuff for... Oh, we already looked at that. What the hell? I'm thinking, oh, this is a new world. We're going here first. So this is on the edge of what I wanted to look at setting as my border initially. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, quite a few planets. Continental. Continental's one step away from what we have, and it is the planet. 16? It's decent. We don't have the tech for it, so it's not, you know, a sure thing for us. This is desert. It's garbage. And this is a tropical world, which is actually also garbage. But is it big? I guess I can't see it. No, I can't see it. Maybe it's too far away from what I can do. I mean, it's 20% habitability. I should be able to just see it, but I guess not. Alright, what have you discovered, Scienceman? He's got one more planet to do, and then he'll be done in this system. And then we can move on to scanning the systems nearby. The ones in our borders are obviously priority, because they are the ones that we can actually do something in. Alright, you moving yet? So he's going to move to here now.
System survey complete.
Alright. So what do we have here? Okay. Arctic. A big system. An arid. So, okay. This would be a good, well, you know what? There's a huge gap here. Let's go ahead and look at this before moving back. And that. And we'll go back here and we'll start looking on the other side. We want to know what this is because if I put it here, this gives me a large border area, and one of the things that will give you a penalty to your relations with people is having border friction. If I put it here, I will still claim this planet, and then we can have a gap here, where they will have a at least lessened border friction. If there's nothing good here that I would want to colonize for, I probably want to take a step back and put my thing over there. But if this is something really good, I probably want to put my thing here. So we shall see. Oh, I should probably tell the science ship to do something. So this actually has an ocean world and 2 Arctic worlds. I didn't notice that I had 2 Arctic worlds. One of which is a moon, which is quite small. And this one is rather small. So I should still survey that stuff. Unfortunately, I haven't found... Oh, this is actually really small. So let's just queue them both up at the same time. So what we can do from the world map is we can survey a system. And you push shift, you can queue up orders, which is what I was doing before. I didn't describe that at the time. And you can just... It'll do them in the order that you put them down. So yeah, it has 12 orders. So it's going to scan everything here, then scan everything here. And then I guess I can tell it to scan things here. Now, one of the things that's notable that is I haven't run into anything. There's nothing over here. And this... Oh, we haven't quite gotten here yet. Could have some...
Situation log updated.
Okay, let's pause it. We have encountered something. Now, what is this that we've encountered? This is an alien vessel. Alpha aliens. They're aggressive, so we need to stay away from them. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Medgar system. These strange objects have been flagged as alpha aliens. Until we can learn more about them, we should proceed with caution. So it issues a special project, which is this here. Situation log up here will show our projects. Investigate alpha aliens. Now, interestingly enough, the alien ones right now can be researched all at the same time. So it's nice to get a lot of them out of the way at the beginning. The Huskoid Science Director has finally encountered fellow wanderers among the stars, despite their intentions being unknown and potentially even hostile. These ones definitely are hostile. The atmosphere on Husk, following the report from our contact fleet, can best be described as rapturous. These aren't just hostile because I know what they are. They are hostile because it says they are. Now, can I get out before it comes to kill me? I have 7-day wind out. I think I'll get out, but I can see that there's nothing here. Nothing particularly useful here. So if I put my my frontier outpost here, then that gives me a good barrier here. I may want to move over here, and that's actually right at the edge of the nebula too. This does not count as being part of the nebula. So that's a good frontier for us. I don't know if he's going to get me. I don't think so. You have to get within a certain range to actually lock people into combat, and we can still retreat. Okay. Fleet order finished. So he found the mining station. We still have enough resources to get another one, so I might as well do that. One of the things you can do is you can just go ahead and select a system from the map and say build mining station. So it'll give you the whole thing. But because I have a lot more energy resources to do, right now we don't need energy resources. We need more minerals. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now, one of the things I probably want to do in the near future is build up to kill these guys, because they're bad. So we'll go ahead and research those alpha aliens. Now, it says it's going to delay. Busy with special project, investigate alpha aliens. This isn't quite delaying it, because what it'll do is it will save the points, and it will store them up until we're finished with this. And then when it's done, it'll research at twice the speed, using up all those points we've stored up until it's done. So it's not really slowing us down any. At least not, that one is not. Later on you can have things that are similar. I'll have that. So I'm going here next. This is technically on the other side of what I was looking at, but it's going to be important for me to know what is here for my plans. Now, is there any way to cross over here? There's no route, so we can't reach this. Okay, there might be a ford nearby where we can cross. But we have to get to that planet first. or increase our range. We may be stuck here in this arm for now. Alright, what do we got? Alright, what's this planet? This is a tropical planet. So again, potentially a lot of resources, but not anything in particular that we want to waste our points on. And I'm not even going to go to this one. I think this is decided for me that I want to put a frontier outpost here, and then if push comes to shove, we can leave this to whoever's over in this direction. So we want to move back to our place and then start exploring in this direction, because we have quite a good notion of what we want to do over here. We have quite a good amount of expansion we can do in this area. So I think we got a good basis of what we want to do, and we have quite a good economic base for which to do so at the moment. We've got quite a lot of energy to work with. So this is the first thing he's scanned so far. So it's nice to know what this actually has on it. Once we scan this, ooh, society research. Nice. And it doesn't have a lot of blockers. So blockers, you need tech to remove the blockers aside from the yellow ones on your home planet. They all cost various amounts and are removed in different ways. And different planets will have different types of blockers. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't have a lot of energy, but we started with a lot of energy. It also doesn't have a lot of minerals. So this is going to have a lot of pop, and we'll have at lower yields without buildings. So when placing down your planetary place, you want to pick things that are close to minerals, energy, or food. And you don't want to block any things, like the society research here is probably this tile, which is indicating here. So you don't want to put anything here because it'll destroy that. You probably want to put it like here in a blank spot or here, but this doesn't have anything surrounding it to work it. I could put it like here. I think it keeps the food or minerals from the tile, but I think putting it here is taking up a spot that's going to be it's going to use the resources anyway from these ones, increase them rather. And that makes this a really good tile without any building on it whatsoever, which is nice. And uses up a tile that doesn't have any outputs anyway, and increases the outputs. Because you can't increase the output of nothing until you build a building on it. So a good tech find right away. And it's on a planet that I actually want to colonize. How are we doing on our thing? We're about halfway through. As a matter of fact, you can just go straight here. There's no reason to come back to Cancer for that. Construction ship's almost done. We're getting a good 10 resources per month. That's good. Now, when we get our thing, I guess since I'm not actually researching it, it's not going to tell me. So now we get 12. But what I should do here is I should just take this guy and move him over here, since his next project... Oh, I'm selecting the mining station. Our next projects are going to be into here. And I might as well hook up those things before moving over to here, even if it is minerals. I'm getting a good amount right now. There's no particular reason we would go back to Cancer before moving on to over here, because my ships aren't damaged or anything like that. Now, these aliens over here, some of them move between stars, which we'll probably see eventually. No, we will inevitably see, because they do move around. So hopefully we can run into those pretty soon and look at those, because those guys have... All these aliens have different bonuses and penalties. Not penalties. The penalty is they exist. And the difficulty of defeating them or dealing with them one way or the other. Different bonuses to looking at them, researching them, killing them, coexisting with them, etc. Alright. Oh, we didn't find anything here. But what do we got as far as planets?
Special project complete.
A desert planet. Ooh. Notice this. Our current stance on xeno-interference prohibits us from colonizing this world. What do we have here? I haven't surveyed it, so I can't see what it is, but I'm very interested to know what that is. Okay, so the thing just completed. I wanted to know how long this is going to take. 27 months. So, I'm getting 12 minerals per month. And I've got to have 350 available. So, I can still build some stuff without having to worry about having void clouds. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris and space dust has yielded surprising results. It is a particulate cloud bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting simple reflexive actions, let alone movements with purpose. And yet it does. There's something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in this universe we should not tangle with. Let us watch, but not interfere with us.
Situation log updated.
Another thing, void cloud observation. So the notice this is physics research. This will delay this instead of the other one. Like I said, this is not actually going to delay it because it only takes 90 days. So 3 months. This won't be done in 3 months anyway, and it'll be finished up very soon after that by the saved up science points. So yeah, we'll figure out what those things are. Okay, so nothing in particular here of any strategic value, but possibly great scientific value, or even societal value, if, let's keep moving out a little bit from there, maybe to like here, and hope we can run into some friendly aliens or something. The other direction seems a little bit less, no, actually, let's do it this way. Let's go like this. Since I had the option of doing it, we'll go like this, and then spiral back in towards our home planet. Because we're going to want to... We don't want to stray too far in case there are things that want our attention back home for our military fleets, which I know exist in the game. Oh, the construction ship can almost build something, but not quite. Planet Junta. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, it says just Jumla, actually. A desert world and an arid world. Anything interesting on them? Not that we can see, anyway. Not yet. Alright. I don't know if the wind down time is based on how far you traveled or not. I think so, though. Oh, I never selected, Alpha Hydri before. We'll go ahead and add that to the list of things. This might be a different route than I had selected before, but that's okay. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this is a different route. This one might be shorter though. Who knows? Alright, now we can and I can build something. Obviously, you want to, have the bigger ones. We found anything else here? Nope. We're moving on to the next ones. This one's going to be scanning our potentially habitable ones later. This would be interesting to know about that. Let's take an Alpha Hydri. This could have some stuff in it. Could have nothing in it. The space aliens
updated.
Hey, there are space aliens. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in Alpha Hydri system. Strange objects have been flagged as beta aliens, so we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. Okay, these are different than what we saw. Obviously, I'll flag them as being the same. Before we leave, tropical and desert. So basically garbage to us. Okay, let's go ahead and investigate the beta aliens. There's no reason not to. I don't know if this is close enough to want to come kill us. Now, it doesn't look like it's moving. These things can become aggressive if you get too close. So warp out of here. It's nice that we're discovering these. I was a little worried that we weren't going to see any of these early on and not get the bonuses from them. And this doesn't have all that interesting of stuff either. At least on face value, no habitable worlds for us. So I guess we're basically... Ooh. Oh ho ho. Unidentified empire.
Situation log updated.
Okay, so we've encountered the Gamma aliens. Is it in here? I think we're just seeing this. Arctic tundra, arid desert. Oh wow, that's a lot of actual planets. 12, 17, 21. Wow, some big stuff. Big stuff. 22. Anybody with desert around here is going to be happy as clams. Now this isn't particularly interesting to me, so I think this is the range at which I think this empire could stretch to. Now there's a particular reason I'm not investigating the Gamma aliens yet, and that's because if you contact them, they will kick you out of their space.
Special project complete.
I want to make sure that I can actually look at this stuff around here first before I'm blocked off. The Void Claws are, as far as the Husko researchers can tell, among the oldest entities in the universe. They seem to have originated in just a few scant billion years after matter we know it first appeared. Tremendous forces of the young cosmos making something out of nothing. They would have been stars once, but we're not. Oof. It's a very vague sentence. Explaining their apparent animal intelligence is more difficult. The answer might lie in the abnormally strong electromagnetic fields that keep them together, another product of their primordial beginnings. It's not inconceivable that, given enough time, the circulation of its strange stardust and gravity fields aligned it in a flexible approximation of neural pathways. Moreover, the clouds seem to be receiving impulses from one another, if not outright communicating light years apart. Quantum entanglement is suspected to play a role in this phenomenon. So they will not stand in our way. Good physics researcher 60. The Cloudbuster modifier added, giving the following effects: damage to void clouds plus 10%. Killing the aliens makes it so that when you kill anything, it can leave debris, and then you can research that debris with a science ship. And so there is a reason to go around killing those things other than just get them out of your way. Or can these impulses be traced? That's a list of likely void cloud systems to the situation log. And these neutral aliens, I want to call them, they're not associated with any particular empire, have unique texts involved in them, so you only can research those texts by examining their remains. So this one is a permanent thing. This one just shows you a bunch of systems. I like this one because it gives physics research also. Alright. So unless this is a fallen empire, which is a special type, we'll just see here. Alright, this looks like a normal start. Arctic world, so no competition there, as far as I can tell. This could be an advanced start. So I want to get here. Let's change our tactics here. Let's do this. And see. Okay, we can get back there. So let's go ahead and do this. This then. Can I get here from there? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get trapped over here. So I want to make sure that I can examine everything. And then once I get to this planet, I'll start researching these guys. By this planet, I mean this system. And 180 days should be more than enough time to get there and back.
System survey complete.
Look like. Okay, we've seen some alien vessels. Here are these different than what we've seen. This is a beta alien, so I've seen them. They're just a different type. Right, so we found science here, and a little bit of energy. So, you know, not too good economically for what we found right now. But not bad at all, especially since our focus for our empire is very heavily into science. Having more points for science is always going to be good. Which is not necessarily what we need for our economic base at the beginning. We'll find out what these are fairly shortly. Once I get here, I think I'm pretty safe. Looks like we didn't discover anything here. Arctic, continental. All right, we're not having any kind of particular. Ooh, there's a neutralman here. So this guy's science ship is over here. Continental, Arctic, continental. So we're not running into any kind of overt competition here for planets. I've got plenty of stuff near me, so maybe we can be friends with this guy. Who knows? So now I can get here, 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 and then get back up. I have not looked at
Situation log updated.
Oh, we discovered something else here. The Delta aliens. Let's go ahead and research that. And that is where... Where did my ships even go? Here. Oh, I know what these are. Okay. He's coming after me. Am I gonna get out? Hopefully. Oh, just barely. Okay. So we're good. I actually kind of want to go kill those guys. I just don't have the strength right now to do so. We'll probably run into a lot more of those later. Desert world. It's garbage. For colonization purposes, anyway. We got here. Arid desert. The opposite of good for us. So, looking this way, it seems there's nothing over here. Nothing of competition over here that is not past here. And there's a couple of garbage stuff in the way that we kind of want to look at a little bit more, like we don't want to go that direction. And then this way is an empire who has sort of, I guess, having an Arctic world is sort of within the lines of what we would normally want. It's one step away, and there are quite a few continental worlds over here, so maybe we can work together. It could be a good thing to conquer as well, depending on whether they are friendly or not. Arid and desert. Now, interestingly enough, these guys are not going to be interested in the desert worlds either, because of the way they're lined up. The arid world's a little bit more. Okay, nothing here. Did I already go here? I didn't. So we'll go ahead and discover the rest of these things. And we'll come back home. So how close are we to doing that? Oh, I could have done that much earlier. And so you can see these are all actually progressing at the same rate. The dev says that that those are a bug, but those being able to do that is a bug, but not anything major that they care about. So next month we will have enough minerals to move on to the next thing. Anything special here?
Special project complete.
Well, the special project's completed.
Situation log updated.
Vessels. Okay, what are these? Oh, these are a new thing. Okay. Conrad Zosma, the Epsilon aliens. Do that. You can see I warped out of there. Continental, arid. Okay, reports of the extraordinary free-floating crystal-like objects observed in certain systems have been investigated. The ship-size objects, and they're slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites, at first appeared inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate that they might be alive, a fascinating prospect, to be sure. But they should be approached with caution. Our best and brightest are standing by to study these entities. Issue a special project for the remote
Situation
study
log
of these
updated.
crystals. So the robotman telling us that. In any case, we can do that. Still not interfering with this.